Hi guys, I'm going to do a quick tour of my room, but only the drawings. I don't want y'all to see my room. By the way, if you hear the loud clock, don't pay attention to that. It's really loud, I know. So this is Daffy Duck. He's my favorite Looney Tunes character, and I drew this based off of this picture that I got from Google somewhere. And I drew this, I think, in 2007, 2008. But yeah, this is before I knew about cross-hatching and doing shadows, because the way that this is around here is supposed to be like the spotlight, like how it is in this one, but I did it wrong because there's no gradient or anything like that. This has so much dust on it. Excuse the dust. I drew myself as a baby. These characters you've seen before in my other drawing videos. I started drawing them in the early 2000s, like 2001, 2000. I want to say, yeah, I think that's about right. But this one was a remake of a drawing I did years before, like in 2004. This one was made in April 2008, and they're all standing in front of the house. And let's see, there's 4 sisters, 1 brother. Let's see if I remember their names. Okay, this was, there's usually a symbol on them. So this character has my name. This one was, her name was Ruff, Super, and Star. His name was Donnie. And their last name is Jones. So this is their gate, and it's supposed to say Jones Residence, but it got cut off. And you could tell, like here, I was gonna draw a car in the driveway, but I didn't know how to do the angle of a car. So I tried to erase it, but it didn't work. So you can still see it. They're supposed to be like, the perspective is off, because the house is supposed to be like further back, but here it just seems like the fence is really low and their house is small. I don't know. That's their little sidewalk and the street. And I drew a what do you call those things on the street, but you can barely see it. I don't know why I even bothered to draw it. And then I used a ruler for the windows, but they still came out being unleveled. It's going at an angle like this instead of straight. This you've seen, I have a drawing video on this picture right here of Aaliyah. And the side says Aaliyah Dana Houghton, 1979 to 2001. We Miss You by j9illustrator. This was her logo, and I drew this in August 25th, 2014. I drew a picture of SpongeBob and Patrick in Bikini Bottom, but they're in some fresh clothes. What year did I draw this? Oh, there's no year. Bikini Bottom is in the hood. He's supposed to be crossing his arms, but I didn't really know how to draw them at the time. I think I drew this in middle school, because you could tell, like, I used a page from my notebook. Once I stopped drawing the Powerpuff Girls, I was always drawing SpongeBob, but I decided to take a different approach to it. You can't see his feet because he didn't really have feet to begin with, so I just drew it like this. I don't know what's focusing. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Focus. Focusing. Focusing. So I kind of tried to show that they're underwater by drawing some bubbles, and then I lightly colored in some blue. This is an original SpongeBob picture. Oh, this is the picture I drew of myself, the one that I showed you in the beginning. This is Tessa's graduation picture. Yes, she graduated training course in, what was that, 2014 or 2015? One of those years. She took a training course, and that's why she's not as crazy as she used to be. But this is the Fiona Bratz doll. I don't feel like moving this. The reason I have it covered is because her body's too small. Like, I know I also folded it because I wasn't too proud of how it looked, but Bratz dolls' bodies are too small to begin with. I didn't feel like showing it. But yeah, she looked just like this. And my doll, I don't know, for some reason her hair in the front fell out, so it ended up looking like a short bang, so that's why I drew that here. And of course there's like no edges because they didn't have edges. I think the face came out really nice. Mickey Mouse picture I got, and then the marker you see around it is from when I used this drawing to draw on one of my shirts. So I drew Mickey Mouse, and then I put a shirt over it and then traced over it with marker and drew it on a t-shirt. And I could show y'all that in another video. I gotta find the shirt first. Yeah, this is one of the characters I had. Well, I had this toy and I made her all girly. And I used to always draw eyebrows like this. I don't like them. But I still think this is a nice photo. And this is supposed to be her reflection, but the roses are still supposed, the roses aren't supposed to be a reflection, but this is a reflection. So if you're wondering like how come this isn't reversed, it's because it's not a part of the reflection. It's just a design, but I probably should have reversed it anyway so it looked, I don't know, better. This is a collage I made of Michael Jackson after he passed, and it's being covered by a quote that I have up here. But the Entertainment Weekly magazine had a bunch of photos of him, so what I did was I took a bunch of them and made a little timeline out of it. So from his childhood all the way to, let's see, the 70s, 72 and 79 with Off the Wall. And I really like this picture. And then this is when he was bad. And there he is with Bubbles. I just dropped something, whatever. And here he is with Madonna. And yeah, they had 4 different covers. This is the cover I got in the mail. I drew it. I drew that picture. Hearing a lot of noises, sorry. This is the picture that I drew. Here's Tessa looking all sad. I think that was in 2014 with my old camera that I can't find. Here's another Fiona drawing that I drew with my style instead of looking at the doll. And this was, I want to say 2007. But I really like how it came out. And the shirt has all the different kind of smiley faces. And I drew some in the background as well. But I had covered the leg part because her calves were too small with the rest of the body, so I just covered it up. I colored this with the Crayola colored pencils that you see me use in my other videos, but over time the color I guess it got exposed to sunlight and other stuff, so it faded, because the pink is supposed to be this color, but since it's so old and everything got exposed, now it's this color. Like her lips here. So that's what happened to that. Yeah, I dragged it down some so you can see what the original color looks like. Oh, look, they actually look like this. Wow, okay. See that nice little gradient? This is what it used to look like. And this one got exposed some, so now it's a little lighter. And this has been exposed the most, so it's practically white. So, I guess that's showing you what happens when your artwork is exposed over time. It loses its color. Okay, so I used to get Nickelodeon magazine, and they had a bunch of pictures of SpongeBob, so I cut them out. And on my board here, and it kind of looked like a pattern of a motion. So this is kind of reversed, but saying he has an idea, then he runs, and then he's like blushing and he's embarrassed. But moving on, this picture of Sade I did. This is when I first started learning about shadows and blending and smudging. See, there's a lot more detail in me when I would draw my other stuff. So this was in high school. It was July 4th, 2010. Yeah, so I started taking art class in high school at that time. Well, this is just, I don't know where I got this from. Some magazine, because I really like the Peanuts, and when I saw the movie, I really liked the movie. It's just like the comic strip. So if you haven't seen it and you like the Peanuts, go see it if you want to. There's one more in my room, or actually there's one more after this, but if you know, I did a left eye drawing video last year on my channel, and before I did that one, I did this one right here. But I think it was when I was in high school, because I did another one of Aaliyah as well, but I don't know where it is. So I did like 3 versions of this and 3 versions of an Aaliyah picture. I don't know where I put them. I have them. They look really bad. But yeah, this is, I want to say this was it 2010? Was it after? I don't remember. And I don't think this really looks like her. That's why I wanted to redo this one when I was doing the left eye drawing video, but then I came across the one that I ended up drawing, and I thought that would be more challenging, so that's why I did that one. The last thing I'm going to show is one that you've seen before if you've been on my channel before. It's a self-portrait. I did a video about where it was hanging on my wall and then it randomly fell, and that was right around Halloween, so I was like, who's in here? But now it's just in this glass because it wasn't a frame. The frame broke into pieces and there was no way of repairing it, so I just have it here in this glass it was in. And this was from 2015, where I got dressed up for an event. And let's see, I drew this July 7th, 2015, and the event was in June. Yeah, that's all for today, and I'm gonna do another drawing video soon. And if you have any idea of who I should draw for Black History Month, let me know. Bye!